is good? Me people in a Bombo Latina, there we coming back. We got Drake just got exposed and it's really bad. What my boy Drizzy Drake do?
Last year, Drake made the bold decision to sue the most powerful record label in the music industry, a move that many hip-hop fans felt was Drake being a sore loser after his L to Kendrick. In the lawsuit,
did Drake take an L? What?
The record labels orchestrated a devious plan to bring him down, accusing them of not only rigging the beef in Kendrick's favor, but also directly playing a hand and devaluing him as an artist. He accused the labels of paying botters to buy Kendrick's diss track Not Like Us, alongside many other allegations. But the lawsuit died before it went anywhere. Now, just a few months after his lawsuit was dismissed, Drake is the one being accused of participating in a RICO conspiracy and botting, and is now being sued. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos exposing the truth weekly. In today's episode, we will be talking about Drake getting exposed. Let's get right into it.
Okay, let's go.
Last year, Drake started a beef that he obviously couldn't take on. Similar to what we saw with Diddy, Drake tried to bite the hand that fed him, and now he's realizing the consequences. Before Diddy started getting exposed, he sued Diageo, the liquor...
Yo, why Diddy looking fine, nigga? Look the way Diddy's looking at this picture, bro. Yeah, they look at those eyes, man. I now understand the reason why these bitches want to be on his dick.
...giant that produces the Ciroc and De Leon brands.
Starting to make sense.
Diddy accused Diageo of purposely devaluing De Leon and promoting it as a lesser urban brand. When he did this, he started a war with the most powerful spirits brand in the world. Diageo was the reason Diddy was close to being a billionaire, as they reportedly paid Diddy over $1 billion during his time at the company.
Hey, Billy, what?
But Diddy got greedy. He knew if they paid him $1 billion, they must have made hundreds of billions, and he wanted more money.
Indeed.
What Diddy really wanted was to take a seat at their table, but they refused to let him sit. He realized they never saw him as an equal and would never let him reach their level. So Diddy tried to use his influence to force their hand, not knowing he would pay for that decision. Just months after he sued Diageo, Diddy himself started getting sued, and we all know what followed next. Drake should have learned from Diddy. Don't go after the elite when they are the ones that made you. In the same way they gave you everything, it would be the same way they take it all away. And that's exactly what we're seeing with Drake right now. Back in 2025, Drake filed a lawsuit against UMG. In short, he claimed that before the Kendrick beef started, he and UMG were renegotiating the terms of his new deal as his record deal was coming to an end. Because of his success, Drake got greedy and wanted $600 million to re-sign to UMG, which was significantly more than the $400 million they had given him in his last deal. The only reason he was able to demand such a large amount of money was that he was a very valuable artist. Like him or not, he was one of the most profitable artists in the entire music industry. This meant Drake had a lot of leverage when negotiating his deal. If UMG didn't want to lose Drake to another label, or even worse, Drake going independent, they were going to either have to give him $600 million.
Try imagine if Drake went independent, bro. Oh my God. The only person who I heard talking about it was that nigga, that fat nigga DJ Academics. He was like, Drake goes independent, the labels are fucked. Then we have to kill him. That would be the only solution, because once Drake goes independent, the motion that we have and the kind of money he will pocket by himself will be insane. Damn, it's crazy.
Or find a way to convince him to sign for less. The only problem UMG had with paying Drake $600 million was that they recently became a publicly traded company, meaning they had to report their earnings and losses to their investors. Paying Drake $600 million would have likely resulted in UMG reporting a loss for the year, as there was no way Drake was going to recoup $600 million in 1 year.
Indeed.
It would likely take several years for his music to make that money and produce a profit.
Facts.
It is well known that publicly traded companies don't like reporting huge losses because it can spook investors. So UMG didn't want to give Drake $600 million, but they also didn't want him to end up on a competitor's label. So according to Drake, they came up with a master plan to devalue him. And Drake believes that plan was the Kendrick Lamar beef. Kendrick Lamar is in a partnership distribution record deal with UMG, meaning that he is also connected to the same label as Drake, and they profit from his music as well. Drake claims that because of this, UMG used Kendrick to devalue him and redirect his value to Kendrick. He claims they did this by using illegal methods to make the Kendrick's Not Like Us record look like a bigger song by using bots and other techniques. Because of this, Drake started a war with UMG, and then sued them, not knowing he had just made the same mistake as Diddy. It didn't take long for UMG to start embarrassing him in the courts, denying they played any part of him losing to Kendrick, and straight up claiming that Drake was just a salty, sore loser who couldn't take an L. Hip-hop fans felt the same way.
Yo!
And they all laughed at Drake for even trying it. Not long after the lawsuit was filed, a judge dismissed.
Okay. From my understanding, Drake wanted more money. And UMG realized that he gave him more money. So what they did, there's word on the street that Kendrick Lamar and Drake had beef for a long time, but it was some low-key beef when you like, yo, we don't like those guys and those like don't like us. Which is like that. That's how the beef was. It was low-key. UMG was like, Kendrick Lamar is a dope rapper. He's a dope artist. What if we push him and tarnish Drake's name? Because if you guys remember, in August 2023, Drake dropped an album. And that album featured J. Cole on a song called First Person Shooter. That was literally giving props to Kendrick Lamar. They were like, yo, we the big three, we lit, we the dopest. And if you guys remember, fast forward to 2024, Metro Boomin and Future dropped an album and they featured Kendrick. And Kendrick came in out of nowhere. Nigga start dissing. Nigga was like, fuck that big three. It is just big me, nigga. I believe that was the bait. And Drake actually got caught in a bait. Because the bait was to make Drake mad, going to beef with Kendrick, and baby push Kendrick. That's what I'm trying to understand right now. Because the way he dropped out of nowhere and started dissing, is basically the one who started the whole beef. And once it started going on, boom, boom, they keep this and that. You know, Euphoria was a good shit. Family Matters was a good thing. But when the Not Like Us hit, that's what Drake is like. Not Like Us was not like every other diss. The way that shit was pushed was insane. I'm telling you, if you got a YouTube, you see that shit. They probably paid a lot of money to push Not Like Us. Which is maybe what Drake is saying. Not Like Us looked like a bigger hit, to the point when Drake dropped The Heart Part 6. This thing, nobody even gave a fuck about it. Even me, I didn't give a fuck. I don't even know one bar from that song. And if you seen after that, Kendrick Lamar album, the way he got pushed, that was insane. And the way they start pushing like Kendrick Lamar on these big events, they get niggas at the Super Bowl. And when he's at the Super Bowl, he's not there to perform his biggest songs and show how good Kendrick Lamar is. Kendrick Lamar is literally trying to tarnish Drake's name. If you see the whole Kendrick Lamar performance at a Super Bowl, he didn't want to show how great he is. He wanted to tarnish Drake's name. I remember there's one point at a performance when it was like, look at the camera, straight to the camera. Say, Drake, my nigga, that was some villain shit. That was some 50 Cent type of laugh. Do you understand how crazy that is? So Kendrick Lamar got pushed for the Super Bowl to tarnish Drake's name. They pushed him on the Grammy. They gave him a lot of Grammys. He was holding them like an African dad holding 5 babies he will never see again. And Drake went to see that he tried to sue. So I believe Drake, if he took the bait to go to the diss, he should have took the bait to go to the lawsuits and bullshit. Because they're gonna make him, you know, not low key. Because if you see J. Cole once he seen maybe it was a bait, he apologized and got out of the beef. Because he realized the beef was not only for a beefing, was literally to tarnish Drake's name. Which genuinely happened though. That happened. Yeah. But if you guys remember for the past 10 years, if you go from 2026, we are in right now, all the way to 2016. Who was the face of hip hop? Drake. Drake was consistent with good music as well. Kendrick Lamar, not really. He didn't perform. But the way they were like, okay, let's use Kendrick to tarnish Drake's name, that actually worked. That worked. I gotta say UMG did what they had to do to sign Drake. But even though they did it to tarnish his name and sign him, now they're about to tarnish his name, go to war with him, and what they wanted would never happen. So here's my perspective on Drake. He's just gonna go to court, blah, blah, blah. He may lose a lot of money, blah, blah. I don't think he's going to jail. I think that she's trying to tarnish his name more. You know, that's what the UMG is doing. It's crazy and it's sad.
The lawsuit, handing him another massive L. Just like we saw Diddy get sued after calling out Diageo, Drake is now getting sued for calling out UMG. On New Year's Eve, a lawsuit was filed against Drake accusing him of being a part of a RICO conspiracy to promote an illegal gambling site and to use the site to pay a bounty to boost his music. The federal class action RICO lawsuit was filed against Drake, Adin Ross, and the online gambling platform Stake. The lawsuit claims Stake operates as an illegal real money gambling site disguised as a social
If it's legal, why it's still working though?
casino to bypass US laws. The lawsuit also accused Drake and Adin Ross of misleading fans by live streaming gambling sessions while secretly using house money provided by Stake.
Duh. Duh. So how do you think the gambling deal works? The gambling platform, they give you money, they tell you we're giving you $1 million. And after you take that $1 million, you have to gamble. And you take the profits. That's how it works. That's how the gambling works. So what's the problem right there?
Rather than their own funds. The filing also alleges that defendants used Stake's tipping feature to transfer large sums of money, including a reported $100,000 tip from Ross to Drake.
But that's what crypto is now doing. It can literally send you $5 million right like this in the amount of seconds. So everybody who's using crypto is also money rondling as well. Is you fucking serious, my nigga? Is you serious? And if you guys know, for you to have a Stake account, which gonna have a wallet, you need to do a KYC, a full-on KYC, show your face, show your ID, show everything.
To fund bot farms. These bot farms were allegedly used.
Wait, the same money to buy farms?
Drake to fund bot farms. These bot farms were allegedly used to artificially inflate Drake's music streaming numbers on platforms like Spotify.
Wait, is that the reason why Drake always #1 on Spotify every single year?
They also claim funds were used for amplification campaigns to spread negative propaganda about Drake's competitors. The lawsuit is seeking at least $5 million in damages from all parties. Now, just like that, they flipped the script. Drake is now facing the same allegations he made about Kendrick. Now he's the one accused of not only botting his music, but also scamming his own fans while doing it. This is what happens when you play with fire. You tend to get burned. You think it's a coincidence that months after Drake tried suing UMG for botting, he's being sued and accused of the same allegations, but even worse? This is the same thing that happened to Diddy. This is what happens when these celebrities try to bite the hand that feeds them. You can't dance with the devil and expect it to go your way. This lawsuit was a direct retaliatory attack against Drake. As I said months ago, they were gonna come after Drake, and this is what we're seeing now. As much as I dislike the labels for their predatory ways, I for one am glad Drake and Adin Ross are being exposed for
What the hell? You glad for another people's fault?
Scamming their fans. I hate seeing these rich celebrities who don't need money scam their fans for their hard-earned money.
Oh, they don't need money, so how do you think they survive? Drake's got a private jet. How do you think that private jet survives? How do you think it's fuel? Oh, bro, Drake doesn't need money anymore, bro. He's rich, man. Can't believe he even still making music, bro. Like, shut your bitch ass up, please. Or the people who don't need money, bro. Like, bro, how old is this man right here, my nigga? How old is this man? Sometimes me, I like to be chill. I like to be having a smile on my face, but there's sometimes when people say a lot of crazy things, they want to punch my fucking screen, man. They want to turn me to a maniac like Fussy. Drake doesn't need money anymore. How do you think he gotta prepare for his shows? How do you think he gonna shoot his music videos? How do you think he gonna buy whatever he wanna buy? Oh, he doesn't need money, bro. Yes, he's rich. Nobody said he's not rich. But the fact you're rich doesn't mean your life ends right there. Anyone is rich anyways. Maybe you wanna become a billionaire. Maybe you wanna have 50B. Maybe that's what you consider rich. Maybe you wanna be rich, have 100 grand in your fucking bank account, and that's gonna make you feel good and you little dumbass. But maybe Drake want a 50B. Like, you never say, oh bro, I can't believe he's scamming. What if it costs scamming? Taking gambling deal? Bro, this is crazy, bro. It's crazy.
But what Drake did is way worse than just scamming his fans, though.
What?
He took money from a gambling site to promote gambling to his supporters, helping create more gambling addicts who will destroy their lives because of it. That is truly evil on a whole nother level.
Bro, this is literally like saying, oh bro, this person is promoting alcohol, hoping to create more alcohol addicts. Did he come and force you RICO inside of your fucking stupid ass mouth? No. Oh, bro, Drake is hoping to create more gambling addicts. You know what, chat? This is the last video of me watching this nigga, bro. Chat, look. Last day. Last day. When it's like someone you never watch that video again. Oh God. But this is crazy, bro. How old is this man right here, bro? Drake is hoping to create more gambling addicts. Are you serious? Can't believe, bro.
A man as rich as Drake who doesn't need money
who doesn't need money? How do you think he paid for the taxes? How do you think he paid for the taxes of his house? How do you think he care about his kids? Oh, he doesn't need money. Once again, man, you should never want more money, bro.
Gambling onto others for money is as wicked as can be. That is
bro, this is me, bro. I don't know if we're gonna finish the video.
It's just pure greed. That lets you know.
Pure greed. Bro, maybe this guy, let me assume he got 5K. Why do you want to get more than 5K? Why? Oh, bro, I want to get more. I want to get a better lifestyle. Drake want to get a better lifestyle as well. He may have like a private jet with 20 seats. He want a PJ with 40 seats. Maybe you want to start a big company. Maybe you want to start this and that. How do you think his company, his OVO works? Maybe you want to sign more artists to his OVO music label and help them. How is he going to do that without getting more money? Is he going to have to spend the money he have until he goes back to zero so he going to want more money? How dumb can stupid people be? This nigga is dumb as shit.
How little these celebrities care about their fans. The law
don't care about fans. Oh, he did a gambling stream.
Also basically claims Drake was pretending to gamble his real money on the website, but in reality,
he pretended to gamble his real money. Where do you live, man?
He was using fake credits provided by the website.
Oh, fake credits. That's not. Okay, I know. I know how gambling deals work. Let me put it in easiest way. There's a gambling deal A and a gambling deal B. On the gambling deal A, they tell you we're gonna pay you like $100,000 a month. But every stream, you're gonna start with 50K. Fake money. Every stream is start with 50K. That's, for example, how that kind of gambling deal works. And we got a gambling deal B, where we're not gonna pay you money for every month, but we're gonna split the profits. We're gonna give you like 10K every single day, every single time you wanna gamble. And after you win, we're gonna split the profits. There's no money like we're gonna pay you like at the end of the month. No. Maybe be added to that, but they tell you we gotta split the profits, but we're gonna give you money like 20K. Instead of starting with 50K, which is fake, we're gonna give you 20K, which is real. And we gotta split the profits. That's how those gambling deal works. They never say they're not doing fake credits. Nobody say that. And I don't believe that should be in the RICO case. Do you guys know the RICO case? Do you know how many years niggas can serve from the fucking RICO case? But Adin also got them Jewish lawyers, bro. They're gonna do good.
Meaning it doesn't matter when he loses because at the end of the day, it isn't real money. But when the people that Drake influences to play
that's the gambling deal A.
loses, they're losing real money. He was completely scamming his fans. The way this deal worked.
Drake never came and forced anybody to make a gambling account and start gambling. He never did it.
Is that the casino would sign a deal with the celebrity to use their influence. Drake signed a deal with Stake worth hundreds of millions. After he signed, they gave him millions worth of fake money to gamble on their site while he streams. Adin Ross is accused of doing the same thing in this lawsuit as well. Adin literally built his entire net worth by doing this. That's why years back he left Twitch to stream on Kick, which is owned by Stake. On October 18, 2022, Twitch banned gambling streams. So in response, Stake created their own streaming platform.
Nah, that's not went. The Kick CEO, whose name is Eddie, was a streamer on Twitch. And he's a CEO in a Stake as well. So he's CEO of Kick and CEO of Stake. And he used to gamble on Twitch. He used to stream it on Twitch. And he got banned. He got banned when they banned gambling. And once he got banned, he was like, okay, you niggas think you're on top of the world? Fuck it. We're gonna create our own fucking platform. Which did really good, bro. They got over like 30% of the streaming attention, which is insane. Shout out to them. They signed a lot of creators from Twitch, and one of their biggest brand was Adin Ross.
platform and started giving streamers millions to stream on Kick. But all those who signed to stream on Kick were required to gamble on the stream.
No. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. Let me give you an example. Do you guys know a guy called Ticino? One of the best dudes at the FIFA, at the 2K game. One of the best dudes that played in 2K. He left Twitch. He came on Kick to gamble. He had a stake deal to gamble. He used to gamble on Twitch. But because he didn't want to get banned on Twitch, he had to go on Kick to gamble over there. That's what happened. Simple.
Adin Ross signed an exclusive.
They never got deals to go to gamble. They already had deals and they were like, for us to keep going, you gotta go on another platform.
Deal with the streaming platform Kick in early 2023, shortly after facing issues and a ban on Twitch. He was one of the first streamers to get signed by Kick, almost taking a leadership role in the company. Ever since then, Adin has promoted gambling non-stop to his young fans.
Yeah. Or he promoted gambling.
He was even seen on streams with Drake, where they were both pushing gambling to a stream of hundreds of thousands of people. It's truly...
He promoting alcohol. Bro, this is like people crying. Oh, they're promoting cigarettes, bro. People are gonna die from cigarettes. Cigarettes are gonna cause like cancer. If you know cigarettes are bad, don't smoke them. If you think gambling is bad, don't fucking gamble, bitch. But you gotta also remember, this life is a gamble. When you start a YouTube channel, you don't know if it's gonna blow or it's not gonna blow. So if you take it, you're just taking a gamble to see if it's gonna blow or not. Simple. Can't believe, bro.
Disgusting how these influencers and celebrities openly promote gambling and make millions from doing it, making money to encourage gambling to people who are barely getting by. That should be completely illegal. Now, while
Drake... That should be completely illegal. Bro, wait, bro. This is what, you know what? I'm gonna report this nigga, man. I'm gonna report this nigga, bro. Like, bro, come on, bro. Come on, bro. That should be illegal. Are you serious, gang? Is you serious, gang?
Drake does deserve to be exposed. It's also important to acknowledge why he's being exposed. While everyone piled up on Drake after Kendrick, he had already been accused of being into them young since way before Kendrick said it. He was also botting streams and promoting gambling before this lawsuit even accused him of doing it. But it didn't become an issue until Drake decided to fall out of line and sue his record label. Before, the label did anything to protect his reputation while he was their #1 puppet. He is only being exposed now because he stood up to the labels. This is why most celebrities won't dare call out the establishment. If they're smart, they know you can't expose the system when you're a part of it. Drake needs the system way more than the system needs him. Drake exposing his label for botting and using other manipulation tactics is a perfect example of a right message but the wrong messenger. If you didn't know, the labels bought everyone's music. That is known by anyone who understands the industry. The labels have always known that fans need encouragement to buy music. So if they bought streams and inflate the numbers of a song, they can make it look more desirable. It's the same thing they used to do back in the day when an artist dropped a new album and the label would send out someone to buy a bunch of albums at stores so they can inflate the artist's sales and generate more hype. This isn't a new technique. The labels have been doing it forever. They did it for Drake his whole career. So yeah, the label was botting Kendrick's music, but Drake can't call it out if they also botted his entire catalog.
Okay.
That's why so many people...
You know the guy speaking nice things now.
...couldn't take him serious when he sued UMG for botting. Like UMG ain't buy his albums and bought his streams too. Now, did the record label set Drake up? Definitely. They wanted to bring him down from being valued as $600 million to a number they were more comfortable paying.
Facts.
They did such a good job, they possibly ruined Drake's reputation forever. I'm pretty sure they are the ones secretly behind this RICO lawsuit.
Facts.
They want to fully embarrass Drake for what he tried to do. They want to teach him a lesson on respecting his boss. I believe, just like we saw with Diddy, this is only the beginning. From here, things can only get worse. Now it's botting and scamming.
You know what? This guy is spitting facts. I removed the unlike, but you're not gonna say promoting gambling is something evil, bro. It's chill, man. Chill out, gang.
Then it's a lawsuit accusing Drake of SA and other crimes. Next thing you know, Drake is the next person being judged in court. It's funny how loyal these artists are to these labels, only for these labels to turn around and destroy you once they got an issue with you. That's why it's never worth to sell your soul. While yes, They might give you millions and make you famous. At the end, they own you. And if they feel like you stepped out of line, they will end you. Well, I'm in.
Yeah, this guy is spitting facts at the end of the video, though. For sure. I give you a like and a sub, man.
This one here.
Yeah, is that a video, L video, bro? How do you guys ready?